Hershey, Pennsylvania RV, the largest, I think it's the largest RV show in the US, 2025. This is our first time here. We are planning to get a travel trailer for our family. Park. Your nose is like right there.
I'm trying to see. You're freaking covering the mirror.
Look at that. Escójale, escójale. There's so many options. It's gonna be definitely overwhelming. But this is good because this is the only way we can get to see most options and see what we actually want. Está enojado. Where do we even start? There's so much going on. Right there. Detroit. Vas a salir en todos los videos. One of the first camp trucks, 1931. Look how well preserved this is. Wow. Hemos traído los elotes y la fruta picada. Okay, this one's cool. We have the 3-burner stove, which is what you'll see in some travel trailers, but the layout of this one is really nice. And another thing that we want to have is washer and dryer for sure. It's just going to be very convenient to have that on the road. Wow, it's cold in here. That AC is blasting. So one of the biggest things that we want is a king size bed. But this is pretty cool. What I love about this one is a deck. I definitely want a deck. Not that we may have it on the first RV or the first travel trailer, but that for me is a definite must-have in my list in the future if we can't get it this time. This is so cool, like a little workout spot, and there is the actual patio.
You guys camping in anything else?
Yeah, we got a big we have those little hooks in the back on this as well. You can still check it out. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yep, it's this one.
You're welcome.
That's my job.
I need a little stool. Okay, so this is what we're looking at right now, momentum. I don't know. I don't know the terminology of all of these yet. I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning. But this is a shower. Very nice. Very nice. This is a king?
Yes.
It has to be a king.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a king.
This is a king bed. And does it have washer and dryer?
I'm 99% sure it does.
I wish this was a little bit higher, but this is nice.
RV show at Hershey. And you find these, you'll get a prize.
First prize.
So we're gonna
That's
go back
pretty cool.
there and see what's up.
Está perrón esta. Mira, the slide out. So cool. So these are the YouTube family that we follow. Less Drunk, More Journey. And this is like a replica of their actual travel trailer. It is so cool. Entrale, tenemos costillitas y Brussels sprouts en salsa de jitomate con jalapeño y cilantro.
Y fennel.
So oh yeah, we finished the fennel salad, but we actually heat up our food in that oven. I know we have a mess back there, but that is our oven that we love when we're traveling. It is so small, compact, it's perfect, and he's using the
Jackery.
The Jackery.
Jackery 1000 is a battery bank, basically. This
Yeah.
is not sponsored.
Yeah, not sponsored by the way. So that's helping us heat up our food, and it is actually really hot. I haven't even been able to take a bite on that because it's so hot. But yeah, we are taking a break from, it's actually really fascinating, and we noticed that time flew by. So we just had to take a break to come and eat. Good morning, this is day 2. It is Thursday, September 11. So I do want to recognize what happened 9/11 years and years ago. Such a traumatic event, and this morning I woke up when we went to go work out in the exercise room. The actual news was on the TV, and it was just showing a lot of the images and recordings of what happened that day, and that was just kind of like wasn't a way of just honoring in silence in that moment and remembering, taking a pause, taking a deep breath, and yeah, such a hard traumatic thing that still I don't think anyone can ever forget, especially those who went through it. It's just so painful. So I do want to recognize that. And we are about to head out again to Hershey RV show. We have a mess in here, but I will tell you, I didn't get to show much because the camera actually died, but we are just like looking at stuff. We have so many papers of the ones that we actually liked, and last night we just kind of came back and selected maybe like the top 2 that we really like. So today there was nowhere near that we were able to finish and looking at all of it. So today the plan is to look at more, talk to Marissa and Nathan from Less Drunk, More Journey, which is so exciting. And yeah, so today's gonna be really exciting. So it's supposed to be really hot as well, but yeah, we're about to head out. We want a travel trailer for our family
Because we travel so much for business right now, that makes sense. And plus, when we stay at hotels, all the fragrance and everything they use is just not, it's difficult to go and book a hotel, look for a place, like it's just tedious. And now we have our home, we would have our home with us for cooking, because we always cook from home, so we gotta find a hotel that has kitchen, big fridge. Like, it just makes sense for us to be able to have a travel trailer, and we're already traveling everywhere anyways.
Yeah, so the other thing is that we are homeschooling our little one, so it makes sense. What we really want ideally is to just for her to be out and be so immersed, all of us really, into nature, because we know that is the best thing that we can do for her development. That that is what children actually need to thrive. It is not to be sitting down in a classroom, but it's more to be out and exploring and all the sensory and climbing and wow, like there's just so much to learn in the outside world, and just to have the views and I know it's not gonna be perfect rainbows and colors. Like it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard because something's gonna break down. That's a given. Like we're gonna go through some challenges for sure, but it is part of the journey. And the other big thing is that like Diego said, he's already traveling so much for work, so like why not join him and get to know other parts of the US? Otherwise it wouldn't happen, because if you really think about it, the times that we do take vacation, it is a few times a year, if so. And we don't get to really explore all the national parks, all of the amazing places that we probably don't even know of. I mean, I feel like we've lived in Michigan for so long and we don't know.
We haven't been to the UP.
We haven't been to the UP. Like we haven't, yeah, like top. And I just feel like, why are we missing out on all of these opportunities? That, like, I want to live. I don't want to be, that sounds from a place maybe like from privilege too. Like I acknowledge that, you know, and thankfully we're here because of our parents, because of how our ancestors, like how hard they have worked for us to be able to have these kinds of opportunities, and we're not taking advantage, of this. Like we are kind of just repeating patterns of work, just to be able to like live, right? You're living to work. Is that how? There's a saying. It's just so perfect. It makes so much sense. Like you're essentially working so much, all for what? For what, right? When you don't get to enjoy, and if you do, it's only like you have to ask permission. It's only like a couple times, and then families are not being able to be together. We miss each other so much, and so we want to be together, have a strong family foundation. Bond also could be a little annoying. We need our space for sure. I recognize there's like healthy boundaries, but that's ideally like, I mean, we just have so much in our vision of what this would do for our family, and other, like inspiring other families to do so, especially in the Latino community, which is not usually seen. Like this is gonna be our second day, but we haven't seen, I'm sure there is, but we haven't seen Latinos there. Like, that are traveling, that are, I'm sure there is, like I said, I just haven't personally met families like that, and you'll get to know us a little bit more, but we are so focused on our health. That is one big area that is really important for us. I'm Carla, so I'm a holistic health coach. Diego, my husband, we have been in our health journey we started, I would say, around like COVID time. That is where I had my biggest health awakening. So we definitely have been here a couple years, and working on our health is really important. So we like that is like our lifestyle, and we want to be able to like show you what that can look like also being on the road, because it's gonna be a lot more challenging, but I want people to see the possibilities. Like you can make that happen. If that is important for you, you're gonna find every reason to be able to make it happen, to be able to live more optimally, right? And yeah.
A couple years ago, I thought it would be a little empty because I've seen a lot of people have it, but I was like, I'll give it a try. I use that Yes, we do. Hi, how are you? I'm glad you did. How are you? What's your name? What is this?
Make me wild.
Is that TV? Is that for a swivel or is that stationary? I'm not sure about this one. What's this? Are Ours is stationary. This one looks like it's stationary too. I'm guessing.
I only asked us is stationary and
Oh yeah. Nathan does all our technology back there. He would know.
Now, is he the one that does a lot of the editing of your show?
Yeah. Yeah. I always say he's technical, I'm relational. He's our technical guy.
Now, how was it being away from your kids going up to Nova Scotia?
I think it was fun, but it was like in our next video coming out Sunday, we talk about too, like this, we're experiencing something and we're like, oh, the kids would love this. But honestly, I think we needed it so bad. Like, we've been doing this live for 10 years and we've never had just us time. Because when you're traveling, it's you don't have a break, right? And so I think it was well needed, but at the same time, we're like, oh, the kids would really love, walking
Sure,
on the
like a
ocean
second
floor
honeymoon or
right
something.
now. Yeah, but
next time, right?
yes, next time. But I think it was really fun, and the van life was really fun as a couple.
So, going from something like this
Yeah.
to something like that,
Totally different experience, right? And people were like, what do you like better? I'm like, well, we can't live in that van, but the van is fun. This is our home, so we need this space for living. And traveling in it is great, but to do like fast, like to get to Nova Scotia and back in 2 weeks, this wouldn't be possible in this. So it's not right or wrong. It's just like, what do you want your adventure to be? And we have to scratch our itch with these little fast pace, but we can't live in them, just our family. There are people that do it, but not in this season of our life. We did the Airstream for 3 years, and then I think we just needed some space,
so you have the same sink as this?
We have a dishwasher one, but that for production they went to, this is the one they put in all the...
Now, does it have this, do you have like this on and off, or for your sink?
Hey, Josh. Yes.
You want
Joshua,
that,
I never use it.
Joshua, how do you turn the water on? That turns the water.
Oh, you're saying for this? No, ours is different than this. I thought you were saying shut off valve.
No.
Actually-
Actually, that's where that drain.
That's what it does for ours too. It opens and closes the drain. Yeah, ours is a regular sink. Yes, but the dishwasher one, yeah, it's gone. The dishwasher one, we just got it. You can get them at Lowe's. And if somebody wanted to pop it in. So our dishwasher probably comes over to here. So I say, yeah. But I don't need it though because I have the dishwasher. So honestly, as we use dishes, I just load them, and I don't have dirty dishes sitting in my sink all the time. And then when my dishes are full, I
They're gonna be packed in here.
Hey, how are you? Good to see you. No, you're good.
My husband kind of uses every single fork and knife and
Right? Well, even now we have
Bye, Marissa.
food in there. Okay, bye, girl.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, thank you. It was good to see y'all. I'm glad y'all stopped by.
That's 50% for next
Day 3 and we are exhausted. So we ended up La compramos! We did it! It feels I don't know what I feel right now.
Because we don't have it in our hands right now.
Yeah, like it doesn't feel real. It was so stressful though. Like if you look at my Aura Ring, the stress levels from yesterday, my stress levels were high. That's because I mean you consider so much, right? It's not anything. It's a big purchase. It is a big commitment. It is like there's a lot of risk always. There's always risk. And so when you're signing papers, it just feels like that moment felt so real, and it felt like, are we gonna regret it? Like, is this it almost feels like the self-doubt comes out so much. So much right there, and then all of a sudden you feel so insecure. At least that's my experience. But I will say, I think we've learned a ton just from being here in 3 days, and I know we have so much more to learn. Pero I'm happy we did it, because I know that we will look back and regret not taking a big step into doing something a little bit different in our journey. We will regret that. And yeah, I feel like life is really about taking risks, and it's really about doing the thing also that is the scariest, with of course being responsible and, you know, not just making a lot of decisions recklessly. But yeah, just pros and cons to everything, but we do feel good about our decision at the end of the day.
Yep.
We love our new home on wheels. We did see one today that we did not see in the past 2 days that we were here, and we were like a little bummed because it was like, whoa, how did we miss this? It was so beautiful. I mean, it had everything. We always loved like the side patio and all that, but
It was more money.
of course, 10 grand, I mean, that's a big difference. It was 10 grand more, so we're like, okay, yeah, that's a huge difference. And not only that, but we got the one that was best for us right now.
Yes.
Like in this season of our life is what makes the most sense. I feel like in the past I've made decisions of what would be better in the future, like making future decisions, and that makes it much more stressful. I will say that. So it felt good that this time we went with what just makes sense right now, because we know that the first RV is not going to be the last. You know, we know that it's, I mean, things are always going to change, and yeah, but okay, so yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The thing that we learned, I would say my biggest advice if you come to one of these RV shows, it is to, first day, what do you say?
If you're gonna come and you're really gonna buy something, be ready to buy. Like, just have your down payment, have your things in line, because we were thinking of maybe buying something, but at the end we did buy something. So have everything ready. The first day, look at your main things, do some research before of what brand is it that you like the most, the layouts, and then from there you can go ahead and choose, like, hey, let's go see these 3 first. And then the second day, I would say, is be ready the first thing in the morning, and if you're gonna buy, go and try to buy it.
Yeah, because what happened to us, which we don't recommend, we were actually thinking of waiting to the 3rd day, like today, to buy. Just because you also don't want to rush it, right? You want to weigh your pros and cons, you want to talk about it, you want to like look through everything, you don't want to rush these kinds of decisions. But I would say, like, if we were to go back and do things differently, we would first day look at everything, be there early in the morning so that you have time. The good thing is that they close late, so you have time to see so much in the first day. So look, explore, like open cabinets, like just think about everything. And then the second day is, and talk about it that same night when you get home, and make maybe your last, choose your top 2 choices, top 2, maybe 3. It just makes it harder when you have more options,
yeah,
but top 2
better.
is good, I think. And then the next morning, go ahead and go back and forth on those top 2 choices, and then make your final decision early in the morning so that you are able to sign
11, yeah,
and
12.
ready to go. Because what ended up happening to us is that we waited like 4:30 in the afternoon when we finally decided, and the banks closed, so we couldn't get a response, like if we were approved or not. Like, it was stressful. So all afternoon yesterday we were stressed, and then this morning is when we found out, you know, that we were approved and for how much, our payment, all of that stuff. But it was scary because we got the last
unit.
literally the last unit. And it was this close for being sold out, and I know that we would have regretted that, because
It wasn't until like mid-October, the end of October, where we could get it, and then that's when we have at least two trips right now planned for this month and the beginning of next month. So that was one of the main reasons why we wanted to come and get the unit, go look at the units. But I believe it was meant to be.
yeah, and hopefully in the next video we're able to show you around and all that. But I just wanted to give that, suggestion if you do end up going to an RV show. But we will catch you on next time, and this is it. You'll get to learn a little bit more about us, and yeah, this is our new, I guess, a new chapter. This is gonna be like a new
way
different
of living.
Yeah, it's a little different, and we don't know. You're just gonna be learning along with us. So we'll catch you next time. Bye.